Hello everyone, this is Andy Raffel from eTechnics.com and we're here with Sonia from DesignWorks USA and she's going to be talking us through the new Thermaltake Level 10 M mouse.
Thank you. Well, first of all, maybe I should talk a bit about who DesignWorks is. We are a daughter company of BMW Group. So as you see behind me, we have several locations. We have one in Los Angeles, one in Munich, one in Singapore, and in April we'll open one in Shanghai. And what we do is we do work for BMW, challenge, inspire BMW as our parent company, and we also work with a lot of clients outside the car industry and in a very broad portfolio, international clients. And the idea is that we transfer know-how, design know-how between both sides. So if I move on here now, this shows a bit of the culture that we have. So a lot of different nationalities. Having offices in these different cities and countries allows us to get a very good understanding of our customer in all of these countries. And you see here, when we work for BMW, as I said earlier, we're really there to inspire and challenging them through innovative ideas, through pioneering innovation. And you see here some of the products in the BMW area that came from DesignWorks. We work for all of the different brands, and therefore there's a lot of know-how transfer, inspiration, collaboration. This shows some of the clients that we have been working on in the past. It's a very broad client portfolio, an international one, and as you can see, we work for a whole number of diverse industries. What this allows us to do is, as I said earlier, to transfer know-how, design, philosophy between our parent company and also our outside clients, but we also are able to really understand our clients throughout their day, not just in the moment where they use the product, but we really understand their preferences, their mindsets, and so on. So one of the outside clients that we worked on is Thermaltake, and you see here how it all began through a very fruitful, I would say, collaboration in 2009, where they asked us to do a gaming tower that has a whole new aesthetic and a lot of innovative future potential. And the idea was to be very architectural and really carry the internal parts and the components to the outside visibly, and also have the functional benefit of allowing easy access for the gamer to their different drivers and so on. Then the next step was to try to continue this family, to really create a sort of a tactile, tangible world. Because of course the tower, there's a lot of excitement around the tower, but something like a mouse or other peripherals, you use a lot more there in your hand. So there's a lot of potential for creating excitement and really extending the game onto the body, basically. So the first product to be introduced out of the accessory line is the Level 10M mouse, which we will go to later on in more detail. And here's a bit of a backstory on how we work. So first of all, one big challenge was to take something like a tower, which is a larger object, very geometric, and then transfer that design philosophy onto a mouse, which is an ergonomic small object and naturally needs to be a lot more organic in shape to fit your hand. Second, we wanted to create a whole family look, which you can see here is something we do for BMW, of course, where we always have a portfolio in mind and all of these, the design language and the relationship between the products. And lastly, we wanted to really get into the gamers' heads about their preferences, their needs, and so on. So we conducted a workshop. You see some of the images here, together with some very pro gaming enthusiasts one of them being a European champion. We discussed with them, we experimented, played around, and two of the main, most interesting takeaways were that first of all, the mouse is really sort of the entry point into the game. So it's almost like a steering wheel to a car. That's what the mouse is to the game. So it's really your entry. Secondly, everyone's different, of course, and especially the gamers are very strong individualists. Even the way they lay out their peripherals is always different between them. They play differently. So this tailoring, this flexibility of the mouse was key to the success. And thirdly, again, we really wanted to excite the gamers. So really use the fact that you actually have your hand on there, so that you're using your tactile as well as your visual or your sense and your hearing, and do something that really gets this enthusiasm, fascination of a game into the hardware. Behind me now is the tower design. I'm sure you've probably seen it. And some of the language philosophy elements, that it's asymmetric, that it plays sort of with a lot of empty space, that it is a geometric approach, sort of a geometric build-up, and that we really carry the functionality to the outside. And all of that we wanted to capture in some way in the mouse as well. Here are some of the early sketches along with 3 design concepts that we worked out. We usually try to give our clients a very broad range of alternative concepts so that we're really able to compare and weigh them, discuss them, and then really find out which one is the most successful for the briefing. And the most successful in this case was the one that we had internally called Trigger. And you can see here, when you see it next to the tower, how well the 2 pieces work together, even though they're of a very different scale. What we have here is some of the features. The most important feature, I would say, is the adjustability of the mouse. So we have a base and a top part, which is formed very ergonomically, and they float apart. Sorry, a bit too far. They float with a bit of a distance from each other, and with a small tool you can adjust both the height as well as the angle of the top part. So you can really fit all of the different preferences and sizes of hands. Secondly, Thermaltake is really well known, has a great reputation in ventilation. So we wanted to bring that also into the mouse. It's a very innovative feature where you have a cooling effect, so the air gets in from the sides and is brought through the center to cool your palm while you're doing the heavy gaming action. Then we're working a lot with light. So there's an ambient light where the logo shines through a honeycomb texture, and then of course light is used for communication as well. But we always were careful not to distract the gamer, because they're really focused on their game. It's almost like a tunnel vision, and so too many light effects would not be good either. Just enough for ambience and for communication of functions. Lastly, we also introduced an aim support. You see that here on the right. This is an area where the cable is held, but it also is sort of like an aim towards your game and strengthens that connection that you have to the game. So overall, we really looked to create a mouse that's ultimately flexible, tailored, and is really made for you, made for everyone. And of course the software follows. There's a lot of programmable keys. There's light effects that you can adjust in color. So you can really tailor this mouse to get it perfect for you. And it also comes, of course, in 3 colors. So if you want, we can have one more look at the prototypes. And as I explained earlier, this is the base, this aluminum base. And then this is this floating top, which is very ergonomically shaped. So you can see it's really it's perfect for me as well. Then here this is the adjustment part. You go with a key and you rotate the key, and then you can angle the mouse in different ways and also adjust the height. The shooting key is larger, so we wanted to have more emphasis on it. The whole mouse is slightly asymmetric, which is also done on the tower, so we call it the balanced asymmetry. And we're really removing material where you don't need it, so you can really completely see through the mouse. And that's also how the airflow is done. And this is this aiming feature I was talking about earlier. So also very sturdy material, so it's going to be a very long-lasting product for the gamers.
And it comes in 3 colors.
Yeah, it comes in the white, as you see here, and we always also can adjust the LED colors. So there's a light here, there's light here, there's lights here, and you can change the colors there as well. And then it also comes in the green matte, and this will go with some of the towers that also have more of a green tone. And so this way you just offer a whole array of possibilities for the gamers. So it's really sort of ultimately true customization, I would say.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much, Sonia. And we look forward to receiving the Level 10M mouse to
the free mice.
review. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.